The long journey home. Walking into the slapping northern wind, I am going home. Before the mud log shack was built, we lived in a canvas wall tent. From the knoll where that lone cabin stood, my siblings and I were transported to residential school. When we came home, we worked at the sugar beet fields, lived in the abandoned farmers' homes. Later, we moved to rented basement suites for short periods until we all left. My parents' broken feathered wings dragged behind them. When we arrived at their foreign doorsteps, we, the residential school strangers, no longer shared the familiar language. Eventually, there was no family. I moved from several residences, from residential school to college to the woods. Never mind the hidden bedsole scabs I accumulated over the many years, which were repeatedly scratched and peeled, hauled around as if they were heavy backpacks to be cherished and hidden. Dreams, visions, desires, tucked tightly, furiously peered at now and then. For years, these tiny bits of hope filtered through the sun-filled storm. In the stolen hills, I found my mother and father living in a tent like the one where we started our lives. But the good night, John, this fabricated harmonic family story never materialized. In the mountain forest, I met my partner who saw through this tattered and battered soul. I sat through the fires of my life with a psychiatrist and a psychologist and my elders. I wept through all these ceremonies. In my late 60s, 46 years later, my partner, 2 children, 3 grandsons, I am home. This bimutewin, this walk, wagutuin, this precarious, crooked, bent-over walk, valleys, ravines, trenches filled with mine explosions, hills and mountains, steep and treacherous. These calm rivers, deceptive, deep, unforeseen whirlpools, tornadoes, plow winds, dust storms, electric storms, snow, freezing sleet, fogs, the fires I've created. They have taught me and brought me to the safe haven of my soul.